Voice not audible. Is it audible? Hello. Now is it audible? Good afternoon. Is it audible? Is it audible? Okay, okay. Good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon the people who are in YouTube. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How was your test yesterday? How was your test? There was gift exam yesterday. How was it? How was your gift exam yesterday? Okay, it was good. It was good. Okay. 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 So, very good. Very good. Very good. So, in the last class, we started with leaf. Yes or no? What did I explain you in leaf? What did I explain you in leaf? We discussed what is the petiole of a leaf. We discussed that the leaf is a sheathing. Now is my voice coming? Now is my voice coming? Yes? Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry for the technical glitch. Sorry everyone. Okay, chalo. Today, last class we did midrib veins and veinlets. Okay, in today's class, we are going to start with venation. What is venation? What is venation? What is venation? Venation is the arrangement of veins and veinlets. In the last class, I said you that the principal vein is your midrib. From the midrib arises what? Veins, and from the veins, which are the lateral branches that arises? Veinlets. So what is venation? What is venation? It is the arrangement of veins and veinlets. It is the arrangement of veins and veinlets on the leaf lamina. It is the arrangement of veins and veinlets on the leaf lamina. The arrangement of veins and veinlets on the leaf lamina is known as what? Venation. It is known as what? Venation. Okay, now venation is of two types. One is your reticulate venation. Venation is of two types. One is your reticulate venation. Another one is your parallel venation. Two types of venation are there: reticulate venation and parallel venation. If I talk about reticulate venation, what is reticulate venation? You will have a midrib. The midrib will have veins, and the veins will also have veinlets. So reticulate venation is nothing but a network of veins and veinlets. Network of veins and veinlets is known as reticulate venation. What is the example? All dicots have reticulate venation except calophyllum. Calophyllum is a dicot plant, but it exhibits which type of venation? Parallel venation. It exhibits which type of venation? Parallel venation. So reticulate venation is a network of veins and veinlets. We are going to have midrib over here. The midrib is going to give rise to lateral branches called veins. Veins is going to give rise to lateral branches called veinlets. And the example is all dicots except calophyllum. Okay, what is the next one? Next one is your parallel venation. What is your parallel venation? Parallel venation, you are going to have a midrib and all the veins will be parallel to each other. There will be no veinlets. So what is parallel venation? The veins are parallel to each other. What is parallel venation? Veins are parallel to each other. This is known as parallel venation. Can you tell me what will be the example? Yes, banana is an example of parallel venation. What is the example? Can you tell me? Parallel venation example is all monocots. Except smilax. Smilax is a monocot, but it does not exhibit parallel venation. It exhibits reticulate venation. Okay, so venation is the arrangement of veins and veinlets. Two types of venation are there: reticulate venation and parallel venation. Reticulate venation is the arrangement of veins and veinlets, and veins are parallel to each other in lamina. In the leaf lamina, we can see that the veins are parallel to each other. In parallel venation, there will be no veinlets. Am I clear to everyone? Yes or no? Okay, now the The trick is Dr. Kale smiled at PM. The trick is Dr. Kale smiled at PM. Okay? Now, D means what? Dicots. D means what? Dicots. What does R mean? What does R mean? R means reticulate venation. R means reticulate venation. Kale means what? Calophyllum. So all dicots have reticulate venation except calophyllum. Okay? Now, P means which venation? Parallel venation. Parallel venation is what? Monocots is the example. And smiled means what? What is the exception? Smilax. What is the exception? Smilax. How to write gift exam? You have to see your group. People in Zoom chat. People in Zoom chat, those who are discussing about Instagram, anime, you can please leave the meeting. Please don't disturb the other students that are doing the class. Please. Sandeep, it's 3 to 4 questions. The chat has been enabled for you to discuss doubts, not to do anything else. And who is this MacBook Pro? I just don't understand. I will teach in the class whatsoever you are going to tell me. MacBook Pro. Okay? Idiots. Meghana in Sri Gosalites app. Okay? Have you understood this? Parallel venation, reticulate venation. Okay? Now, what is the next? All these things you are finding in your NCERT. Leaf topic, it is there. Leaf topic, it is there. Okay? Now, next one is your Phyllotaxy. Next one is your Phyllotaxy. What is Phyllotaxy? What is Phyllotaxy? It is the arrangement of leaves on a stem or branch. First was venation. In venation, we are describing arrangement of veins and veinlets. In Phyllotaxy, what are we doing? Phyllotaxy is the arrangement of leaves on stem. It is the arrangement of leaves on stem or branch to get proper sunlight. It is the arrangement of leaves on stem or branch to get proper sunlight. This is known as Phyllotaxy. Arrangement of leaves on stem and branch to get proper sunlight. Phyllotaxy. 3 types of Phyllotaxy are there. 3 types of Phyllotaxy are there. 3 types of Phyllotaxy are there. First one is alternate Phyllotaxy. First one is alternate Phyllotaxy. The second one is opposite Phyllotaxy. The second one is opposite Phyllotaxy. And the third one is whorled Phyllotaxy. There are 3 types of Phyllotaxy: alternate Phyllotaxy, opposite Phyllotaxy, and whorled Phyllotaxy. Coming to the first one, what is the first one? Yes, in parallel venation, you cannot find veinlets. You will see that only veins are present which are parallel to each other. Okay, what happens in alternate Phyllotaxy? This is a stem or branch. One leaf arises from each node alternately. One leaf arises from each node alternately. This is known as alternate Phyllotaxy. What is alternate Phyllotaxy? Each leaf arises from each node. Each leaf arises from each node alternately. This is known as alternate phyllotaxy. This is known as alternate phyllotaxy. Okay, next is your opposite phyllotaxy. What is opposite phyllotaxy? At each node there will be a pair of leaves. A pair of leaves arises from each node. A pair of leaves arises from each node. A pair of leaves arises from each node. One leaf arises from each node alternately is alternate phyllotaxy. But when a pair of leaf arises from each node, this is known as opposite phyllotaxy. Am I clear? Yes or no? Am I clear till here? Yes or no? Am I clear? Yes or no? Tell me. Am I clear? Tell me yes or no. First tell me. Now, what is your hold phyllotaxy? What is your hold phyllotaxy? Hold phyllotaxy means this is your petiole. This is your tip of petiole. Hold phyllotaxy, hold phyllotaxy, hold phyllotaxy will have more than 2 leaves arising from each node. More than 2 leaves arising from each node. Hold phyllotaxy is when more than 2 leaves. More than 2 leaves arise from each node. More than 2 leaves arise from each node, forming a whorl. Forming a whorl. When a single leaf arises alternately, it is known as alternate phyllotaxy. When a pair of leaves arises from each node, it is known as opposite phyllotaxy. When I am saying you that it is more than 2 leaves arise from each node, then forming a whole, it is known as what? Hold phyllotaxy. It is known as hold phyllotaxy. Am I clear to everyone? Okay, now what is the example? What is the example? What is the example of alternate phyllotaxy? Example is mustard, sunflower, China rose. Mustard, sunflower, China rose. Okay, what is the example of opposite phyllotaxy? Guava, guava, calotropis, tulsi, tulsi, guava, calotropis. What is the example of hold phyllotaxy? Example is Alstonia and Miriam. 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 Okay? Alternate phyllotaxy, opposite phyllotaxy, and hold phyllotaxy. Okay, now what you are saying cherry blossom on YouTube, ray florets and disc florets are the petals of sunflower. Alstonia and Miriam, Nerium, Alstonia and Miriam, ray florets and disc florets cherry blossom, they are the petals. Okay, one is black in color, another one is yellow in color. Okay, now Alstonia. Write down the trick. Alstonia is a girl. Alstonia ne MSC from CG. CG means Chhattisgarh twice. Alstonia ne CG ki from CG twice. Alstonia, Als for Alstonia, Ne for Nerium. All these belong to opposite Phyllotaxy. Next one is your mustard, sunflower, China rose. It is your alternate Phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy means the arrangement of leaves and not petals. CG means Calotropis guava. It is example of opposite Phyllotaxy. And twice means what? Tulsi. Please note it down. Please note it down. Have you noted it down? Is Phyllotaxy clear to you? Have you noted it down? Is Phyllotaxy clear to you, girls and boys? Okay? Okay? Okay. Please mute the public chat. Now, what is our next topic? What is our next topic? Our next topic is types of leaves. Our next topic is types of leaves. Two types of leaves are there. Simple leaf and compound leaf. Two types of leaves are there. Simple leaf and compound leaf. Okay? Mute all.
Already muted.
Then, no, not mute. They are still chatting there. Yeah, just 1 second. I am muting. Just 1 second. I am muting.
First and co-host.
Huh?
First and co-host.
Yes. Okay. But still, they are chatting, na?
No, only we can see only the chat. Nobody can see.
Okay. Okay. Now, types of leaves. Okay. What are the types of leaves? Let's see. Now, suppose if you have a leaf like this, if you have a leaf like this, if you have a leaf like this is your simple leaf. This is your simple leaf. What is simple leaf? The entire leaf lamina is there. There are no cuts and incisions. So this is an example of which type of leaf? Simple leaf. It is an example of which type of leaf? Simple leaf. What is simple leaf? There will be no cuts or incisions. In a simple leaf, there is no cuts or incisions. Leaf lamina is whole. In simple leaf, there is no cuts or incisions. Leaf lamina is whole. Leaf lamina is whole. There are no cuts or incisions. Am I clear? Yes or no? There are no cuts and incisions. Leaf lamina is whole. Okay, now what is the example of simple leaf? Two examples are there. One is your mango, another one is your people. One is your mango, another one is your people. In simple leaf, there are no cuts or incisions. Leaf lamina is whole. Please remember. Okay, and all of you know that this is the principal vein. It is known as the midrib. This is the principal vein. It is known as the midrib. Okay, in a simple leaf, this is the midrib. So what will happen? Veins and veinlets are there. But here we are talking about types of leaf. We are not talking about venation, zenith. Veins and veinlets are present in leaf. That was in venation. Here we are studying types of leaf. Now, suppose if I cut the leaf. Suppose if I cut the leaf, but the leaf is not, but the cuts are not touching the midrib. Here, can you see I have cut the leaf? Can you see here I have cut the leaf? Can you see I have cut the leaf? I have incised the leaf. But is my cutting reaching the midrib? Tell me yes or no. Am I audible now? Boys and girls, am I audible? Am I audible, boys and girls? Yes. So what did I say? What is a simple leaf? The lamina will be whole. The leaf lamina will be whole. The leaf lamina will be whole, and if at all cuts or incisions are there, they will not reach the midrib. So what is the example of simple leaf? Mango and people. Remember, simple leaf, cuts or incisions are either there. If it is there, it will not reach the midrib, and if no cut is there, the entire leaf lamina will be there. Am I clear to everyone? Yes or no? Am I clear? Yes or no? Now, this is your simple leaf. Now, suppose if I cut the leaf. Now, see over here. This is your midrib. Boys and girls, this is your midrib. Now I have cut the leaf in such a way. Now I have cut the leaf in such a way that it is generating what? Leaflets. It is generating what? Leaflets. Can you see? I have cut the leaf now in such a way that the cuts or incisions has reached the midrib. Am I clear? Yes or no? Am I clear? Yes or no? So this will be your compound leaf. What is your compound leaf? When your leaf will have cuts or incisions and the cuts are going to reach the midrib. So what am I going to write over here? Cuts or incisions. Cuts or incisions are present and they touch the midrib. Cuts or incisions are present and they touch the midrib. Cuts or incisions are present and they touch the midrib. So what it is generating? What is compound leaf generating? Compound leaf is generating your leaflets. Compound leaf generating your leaflets. Compound leaf is forming what? Leaflets. This was your midrib, but now I have cut the leaf in such a way that it is reaching the midrib. Now when leaflets are generated, this midrib will be known as rachis. What it will be known as? Rachis. So what did I say? What is a simple leaf? If the leaf lamina is entire, if whole leaf lamina is there, it is known as your simple leaf. And if also cuts are there, but those cuts are not reaching the midrib, then also what are we going to call it? Simple leaf. Am I clear? Am I clear? In simple leaf, this middle line will be known as the midrib. Clear or not? Coming to compound leaf. Now, whole leaf was there. Whole leaf was there. I have cut the leaf in such a way. I have cut the leaf in such a way that the cuts have reached the midrib, and what it is generating? Leaflets. What it is generating? Leaflets. What is this midrib now known as? Rachis. Tell me. Tell me. Is it clear? Is it clear? Tell me. Leaf lamina whole meaning is there are no cuts, there are no incisions. Clear or not? Clear or not? Tell me. When leaf lamina will be whole, leaf lamina will be whole, when cuts or incisions will be there but it is not reaching the midrib, then it is known as the simple leaf. What is a compound leaf? Cuts or incisions are there. Cuts or incisions are there, but it is reaching the midrib and forming what? Leaflets. When leaflets are formed, then midrib are known as what? Compound leaf. Am I clear? Yes or no? Then what it is known as? Compound leaf. Again and again I am telling you. Please see this once. Please see this once. Now, compound leaf is of two types. Compound leaf is of two types. Compound leaf is of two types. Okay? What are those? One is your pinnately compound leaf. One is your pinnately compound leaf. Another one is your palmately compound leaf. Okay? What is a pinnately compound leaf? Now see over here. Pinnately compound leaf means this was your leaf. Tell me, this is simple leaf or compound leaf? The leaf diagram that I had drawn over here is simple leaf or compound leaf? Tell me. The leaf diagram that I drew over here is simple leaf or compound leaf? Tell me. Simple leaf. Now what am I going to do? I am going to cut it. How I am going to cut it? I am going to cut it such that my incisions are going to reach the midrib. So what am I going to get? What am I going to get? What am I going to get now? I am going to get a compound leaf. So what are these? These are my leaflets. These are my leaflets. And what is this axis known as? Rachis. What is this axis known as? Rachis. So what is a pinnately compound leaf? What is a pinnately compound leaf? Leaflets are arranged. Leaflets are arranged on a common axis. What is the axis for leaflets? What is the common axis for leaflets? It is your rachis. It is your rachis. Leaflets are arranged on a common axis, which is your rachis. If the leaf was whole, then it will be known as the midrib. Midrib is for leaf, rachis is for leaflets. Clear or not? Midrib is for leaf, rachis is for leaflets. So what is the rachis representing? Leaflets are arranged on a common axis called rachis that represents leaf midrib. So for leaf, it is known as midrib. For leaflets, it is known as rachis. Okay. What is the example of pinnately compound leaf? Neem. What is the example of pinnately compound leaf? Neem. Next comes palmately compound leaf. This is your petiole. All the leaves are arranged. Leaves are arranged at a common point. What is that common point? Tip of petiole. Example of palmately compound leaf is silk cotton. What is silk cotton? Leaflets are arranged at a common point. Leaflets are arranged at a common point. And what is that common point? Tip of petiole. What is that common point? Tip of petiole. Leaflets are arranged at a common point, which is known as tip of petiole. So this is the difference between pinnately compound leaf and palmately compound leaf. Okay? Now, this is your leaflet, this is your rachis. Each leaflet is going to have its own vein. Each leaflet is going to have its own vein. Okay? Each leaflet has its own vein. It will have its own veinlets. It will have its own venation. Clear, Sudeshna? Clear, Sudeshna? For a whole leaf, the main thing is your rachis. The main thing is your midrib for a leaf. When it comes to leaflets, it is known as what? Rachis. Tell me, is it clear till here? Is it clear till here? Yes or no? Okay. So what did you study? If the leaf lamina is whole, then it is a simple leaf. If the leaf lamina is getting cut, but the cut is not, no, Sudeshna, it will be simply known as veins and veinlets. Okay. So, yes, leaflets will have veins. Then how will they do transport of water and minerals? Pinnately compound leaf, what happened to pinnately compound leaf? The leaf is cut and it is having what? Leaflets. Palmately compound leaf is leaflets are arranged at a common point, that is the tip of petiole. That is the difference between simple leaf and compound leaf. Okay? Now, the last topic for leaf is modifications of leaf. The last topic for leaf is modifications of leaf. Okay? First one is your leaf tendril. First one is your leaf tendril. What is your leaf tendril? Leaf gets modified into a slender, wiry, sensitive structure for support. That is known as what? Tendril. When the leaf gets modified, into a slender, wiry, sensitive structure for support, then it is known as leaf tendril. Now, if the whole leaf is modified into a tendril, what is the example? Wild pea. Okay, if the whole leaf is modified into the tendril, it is known as wild pea, Lathyrus sativus. Next is if leaflet gets modified into a tendril, example is your sweet pea, and normal peas. So what is leaf tendril? When leaf gets modified into a slender, wiry, sensitive structure for support, it is your tendril. If the leaf gets modified into a tendril, example is your wild pea. If leaflet gets modified into a tendril, it is known as sweet pea and normal peas. What is the second one? The second one is your leaf spines. So leaf gets modified into tiny, sharp, hard spines for protection and prevention of water loss. Last class also in phylloclade, two examples I gave you, Opuntia and Euphorbia. What did I tell you? That over there the leaves are getting modified into spines. Then who is doing the photosynthesis? The stem is having chlorophyll. It is doing photosynthesis. I said or not? Lakshmi Ram. I said or not that the stem becomes fleshy? Okay, leaf gets modified into tiny, sharp, hard spines for protection and water loss. Now over here, if leaf gets modified to spines, and second one is, do you know aloe vera? Have you seen aloe vera? In aloe vera, have you seen that it also has spines? Have you seen aloe vera? Everyone tell me. Have you seen that the margins of aloe vera have spines? Have you seen or not? Yes. So the leaf is modified into spines in cactus, in Opuntia. In cactus, Opuntia, Euphorbia, the leaf is modified into spines. When margins of leaf are modified into spines in your aloe vera. In aloe vera, margins of leaves are modified into spines. And what did I say? In rose, who is getting modified into spines? Stipule. Do you remember? Last class I said you, yes or no? Now, third modification, bulb of onion and garlic is stem, but what you eat is the fleshy leaves of onion and garlic. store food and is edible. Fleshy leaves of onion and garlic store food and is edible. Onion and garlic are stem. Onion and garlic are stem. So if it is stem, it will also have what? Leaf. Now, in STEM, we have studied phylloclade and cladode. What are we going to study in leaf? What are we going to study in leaf? Phyllodes. What is phyllodes? What is phyllodes? In phyllodes, leaves are short-lived. In phyllodes, leaves are short-lived. In phyllodes, leaves are short-lived. So what is going to happen? Petiole expands and becomes flat. Who is doing photosynthesis over here? Petiole. Petiole expands and becomes flat for photosynthesis. Petiole expands and becomes flat for photosynthesis. So in a phyllodes, the leaves are short-lived. They die. So who is doing the photosynthesis over here? Petiole. What is the example of phyllodes? What is the example of phyllodes? Australian acacia. What is the example of phyllodes? Australian acacia and Parkinsonia Australian acacia and Parkinsonia. What is phylloclade? In phylloclade, what did we see? That the stem was fleshy and the leaf was getting modified into spines. Then who was doing photosynthesis over here? The stem had chlorophyll. It was doing photosynthesis over there. What is cladode? Cladode was short plants. They had shorter nodes and internodes. What is phyllodes? Phyllodes has short-lived leaves. The petiole expands and becomes flat for which process? Photosynthesis. What is the example? Australian acacia and Parkinsonia. Do you know pitcher plant? Do you know pitcher plant? Do you know pitcher plant? Tell me. What does pitcher plant do? What does pitcher plant do? Can you tell me? What does pitcher plant do? Come on, tell me. Traps insects, eats insects. Okay. Why? Why does it trap insects and eat insects? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? Yes, Manya. For nitrogen. For nitrogen. Our next example is your leaf pitcher. Leaf pitcher is known as Nepenthes. Leaf pitcher is known as Nepenthes. Leaf pitcher is known as Nepenthes. What happens in leaf pitcher? What happens in leaf pitcher? It is an insectivorous plant. Pitcher plant is a insectivorous plant. Why it is an insectivorous plant? Why it is an insectivorous plant? Can anyone tell me? Pitcher plant grow in areas where soil do not have nitrogen. So how will it get nitrogen? It traps insects, kills them by the digestive enzymes and get nitrogen from insects. So pitcher plant or Nepenthes plant. Pitcher plant or Nepenthes plant grows on soil. Grows on soil where what is absent? Nitrogen is absent. It traps insects, kills by enzymes. It has got digestive enzymes, kills by enzymes and takes up nitrogen from the insects. So why is pitcher plant looking like that? Yes, Venus flytrap, pitcher plant, bladderwort, all these are growing in soil where nitrogen is absent. They are trapping insects and killing them by digestive enzymes to take up nitrogen. Am I clear to everyone? Yes or no? Am I clear to everyone? This is your pitcher plant. How does a pitcher plant look? This is how a pitcher plant looks, yes or no? This is how a pitcher plant looks, yes or no? Now see over here. Now see over here. Normally, this is your leaf. Normally, this is your leaf, yes or no? This is your leaf base. This is your leaf base. So over here, in the pitcher plant, this is your leaf base, but it is swollen. In pitcher plant, this is your swollen leaf base. In pitcher plant, this is your swollen leaf base. Okay? Okay? This is your swollen leaf base. Okay? Now what is this? This is your petiole. In a normal leaf, this is your petiole. Here also you have petiole. But which type of petiole you have? Tendriolar petiole. The petiole is changed into tendril. You have tendriolar petiole over here. Petiole is changed into tendril. What is this? This is your leaf apex. This is your leaf apex. Here also the leaf apex is modified into a lid. The leaf apex is modified into a lid. The leaf apex is modified into a leaf. Okay? Now, next one. What is this? This is your leaf lamina. Here the leaf lamina is modified into the pitcher. And who is modified into the cover of the pitcher? Leaf apex. Am I clear? Yes or no? Am I clear? Yes or no? It is also found over here, Zenith. It is also found over here. Okay, normally this is the leaf base. Normally this is the leaf base. And what is this? This is the swollen leaf base. This is your petiole, but which type of petiole it is having? Tendriolar petiole. This is your leaf apex. Here the leaf apex is the cover. Am I clear to everyone? Now I am drawing the normal leaf diagram. It was just to show you. Okay, this is your pitcher plant. Why did the pitcher plant grow there? It has grown there. No answer for that. The leaf pitcher, that is Nepenthes, this is the branch. Okay, due to lack of nitrogen, it is growing. It traps insects and kills. Now, from first again we are going to do the revision. First, what did we study? We studied venation. What is venation? Venation is the arrangement of veins and veinlets. Okay, two types of venation are there. One is your reticulate venation. What is your reticulate venation? You are having a network of veins and veinlets. All will be the example, all dicots except calophyllum. Parallel venation, the veins are parallel to each other. All monocots except smilax. Dr. Kale smiled at PM. D for dicot, R for reticulate venation. Kale stands for calophyllum. Smiled means smilax, P means parallel, M means monocot. Okay? Now, here we studied phyllotaxy. What is phyllotaxy? It is the arrangement of leaves on the stem or branch. Why? To get proper sunlight. Now, when each leaf arises from each node alternately, it is alternate phyllotaxy. When a pair of leaves arises from each node, it is opposite phyllotaxy. When more than two leaves arises from each node forming a whole, it is hold phyllotaxy. Okay? I have given you trick. Alstonia and Miriam, they are example of which phyllotaxy? Hold phyllotaxy. MSC, mustard, sunflower, China rose, they are examples of which phyllotaxy? Alternate. Calotropis, guava, tulsi, they are examples of opposite phyllotaxy. Next, we studied simple leaf. If the leaf lamina is whole with midrib veins and veinlets, it is known as the simple leaf. If we are cutting the leaf, but the cutting of leaf is not reaching the midrib, it is also known as simple leaf. Then what is a compound leaf? Its cuts or incisions are there and they are touching the midrib. So for leaf, we use the word midrib. For leaflets, we use the word rachis. Okay, two types of leaves are there. One is your pinnately compound, another one is your palmately compound. What is pinnately compound? When leaflets are arranged on a common axis. What is palmately compound? When leaflets are arranged at a common point. Last one is modification of leaf. When leaf gets converted to tendril for support. What is leaf spine? For protection and prevention of water loss. Okay. Now, fleshy leaves of onion and garlic store food and is edible. What is phyllodes? Phyllodes are short-lived leaves, and who is performing photosynthesis? Petiole. Already about pitcher plant I told you, leaf base is swollen, petiole is tendriolar, lamina becomes pitcher, and leaf apex become lid. Am I clear till here? Yes or no? Am I clear till here? Yes or no? I am sharing the QR code. In the QR code, yes, it has. That's why it is green in color, na, because it has chlorophyll. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye bye. Phyllotaxy means phyllotaxy is the arrangement of leaves on the stem. On the stem you find different arrangement of leaves. Okay, okay, boys and girls, thank you. Where is Maitri? Where is the leaf base attached? Kindly see in my diagram. Okay, thank you girls and boys. I have shared the screen code, please. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Bye Dikshita, bye Gayatri, bye Supraja, bye Lakshmi, bye Akhila, bye everyone, bye Deepika, bye Charanya, bye Sara, bye YouTubers, Varshita, Shanmukha, Meghana, Spandana, all of you, bye bye. Thank you. Thank you everyone.